Say happy morning. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the Multimedia Communication Protocol, that is SIP and SDP. SIP is in Session Initiation Protocol and SDP refers a Session Description Protocol. The components of these protocols and how it supports the multimedia communication to be carried out. The first protocol which we are going to discuss is a Session Initiation Protocol. It is a signaling protocol. It is used for initiating, maintaining, modifying and terminating our real-time multimedia sessions between two or more endpoints on our IP networks. And it follows a simple request and response mechanism. It provides services for identifying the user location, call session establishment and call participation management. The components of our SIP architecture are user agents and SIP servers. User agents, it is an application program which processes and maps the request and its response in a standard message format, SIP message format. It registers all the user agents are registers with an SIP server and provides their username and an IP address. And also it establishes their current location on the network, and based on that can be verified whether they are online, and they can invite the SIP servers onto a session. The components of user agents are user agent client and user agent server. Client is making a request for initiating a session and server is responding to that request. The next important component is our SIP servers. They resolve the usernames to an IP address and it direct the request sent from one user agent to another and identifies whether the person is currently online or not. If they are in the online, compare their username to their IP address to determine their location. If they are not, they pass on the request to other SIP servers. So, based on the functionality, the roles of SIP servers are categorized into three: Registrar Server, Proxy Server and Redirect Server. We will see the functionality of each and every servers. Registrar Server. It registers the location of a user agent who has logged onto the network and obtains an IP address of that user, and thereby it creates a directory of all the user agents, their names, their address and their IP address and their location. To establish a session, if you want to establish a session, the user agent refers this register server and it gets the IP address who are involved in the session. The next one is a proxy server. It forwards the request, that is, it works on behalf of us, on behalf of the client. It forwards a request from a client to another SIP server. And the next one is a redirect server. If the user has been relocated from one location to another location, from one SIP address to another SIP address, it helps to do the redirecting of the contact. And it has the ability to split a call to several locations. Therefore, it rang at all the places at the same time. The one who picks up, then the other calls will be automatically stopped. The format which is used in the SIP message are the two address that specify the SIP address of the called participant, then the caller, subject field, that is a brief title of the call ID that specify the unique call identifier require what are the capabilities of the host device that can support. Content type, what is the type of information we are transmitting. Content length, and each SIP name and address, it is similar to our IP address, but it has the prefix SIP. It has a prefix SIP. Now we will see how the call setup is established using our SIP architecture. Before an SIP message is sent, initially an IP address has to be identified and it has to be obtained for the recipient, that is our destination. When a user registers to use the internet telephony service and the user has to provide a list of their alternative address and where is the possibility of their location, and the list of names then sent to the redirect server and they with the list of alternate addresses. For example, rom.s, assume that this is an user, he is a client, and they are contactable at either rom.s at company.com. Here this SIP refers, it is an SIP address, and they are contactable at the other address, that is our organization.org. He is available at two addresses. Now we'll see how the message is routing when they are at the same address or when they are relocated. See, the message routing is using proxy servers, that is our direct routing. In this case, the name address of the calling user, that is he is initially available at, this is a calling user, caller, he is located at university.edu address. The called user is our rom.s and he is initially located at company.com. By that time, how it is being located? Assume that the calling host, that is the SAM, is located here and he is attached with the proxy server A, whereas the destination, the called host, he is attached with the proxy server B. Therefore, what happens? Calling host is attached with the proxy server A and called host is attached with the proxy server B. And these are indicating our protocols, that is data link layer, internet protocol, that is our network layer, our transport layer following our UDP protocol, and our SIP is an application layer protocol. So here what happens, this is our access network and the information is passed on to the proxy server A. On behalf of calling host, the proxy server carries the information through a global net and forwards the information to the proxy server B, and it is then forwarded to the called host. The second case, the rom.s, he is relocated. So in that case, how the information is carried out? The called user is at the different address, that is instead of company.com, he has been relocated to organization.org. Now you follow the numbers. The calling host, initially he assumed that he was attached, the called host is attached with the proxy server A. Therefore, the information is passed on to the proxy server A. The proxy server has identified it was with proxy server B, therefore it is giving it. But the proxy server B has identified that the user has been relocated. Therefore, now he is forwarding that information to the redirect server B. Once the redirect server B is getting the information, he will be knowing, the server will be knowing where the called host is currently attached. Therefore, it gives the information back to the proxy server A. Then the proxy server A has identified that through the redirect server, it got the information that the called host is attached with the proxy server C. Therefore, it forwards the information to the proxy server C, and from the proxy server C, the information is passed to the called host. Now, the called host is giving an acknowledgement back to the proxy server A, and finally, it is reaching our calling host. In this way, the indirect routing is carried out. This way it is working. The next protocol associated with SIP is a session description protocol. From the name itself, we can identify that it describes about the session, that is our multimedia session. In the multimedia session, we are using the different media streams. Therefore, what is the media type and what is the compression format? For example, if it is of an audio, it can be of G.710 or 721 and so on. And if it is of an audio coding, it can be of MPEG 2 or 4. And if it is of video, it can be of our MPEG 4 or H.261 or H.263 and so on. And it also specifies what is our stream address, which port number we are using and so on. And the start and stop times of the video information, all are specified in that session description protocol. With this, it is over, and thank you.